engine is quiet, the headlights are dimmed by the sea. There's nobody left on the planet who's looking for me. My chest has been aching for years from the weight of the crowd, from playing the citizen whose voice was too heavy and loud. I've spent so many winters in rooms full of noise and deceit, trying to find an address on a predictable street. But tonight I have broken the fortress and run to the shore, to look at the void where the city can't threaten me more. The dark is unyielding, the water is freezing and deep, and the sudden relief of it makes my old memories weep. The tight wire in my heart is loosening its iron grip as the salt from the ocean breeze hits the edge of my lip. I thought I was cursed to be lonely and dying inside, but the emptiness here is a beautiful welcoming tide. And the horizon doesn't answer when I shout out my name. It doesn't expect me to finish or win the game. The real kind of freedom is standing out here in the cold, with no one to wait for the stories that have to be told. It's a beautiful weightless release in the middle space, to realize that no one is tracking my physical place. I'm looking at my own reflection inside the black foam, a ragged old soldier who finally found his own home. It hurts to admit that I'm happier when I'm alone, without any lover or friend to claim me as their own. But the truth is a medicine that turns the spirit so clear, erasing the long-standing panic of every past year. Nobody is waiting for me to return from the flight, and that is the greatest indulgence I'm having tonight. The tight wire in my heart is loosening its iron grip as the salt from the ocean breeze hits the edge of my lip. I thought I was cursed to be lonely and dying inside, but the emptiness here is a beautiful welcoming tide. And the horizon doesn't answer when I shout out my name. It doesn't expect me to finish or win in the game. The real kind of freedom is standing out here in the cold, with no one to wait for the stories that have to be told. It's a beautiful weightless release in the middle of space, to realize that no one is tracking my physical place. Me to learn, I am a phantom, but I am finally solid and true, finding my absence of everything tonight. The water is freezing and deep. Let the heavy armor fall. I am real and solid now, quietly aching tonight. My chest has been so heavy from the vigilance I keep, but standing at the ledge I breathe and remember how to sleep. I came out of the burning offices with blisters on my palms, an exhausted soldier moving cautiously through your calm. I was so afraid to drop the tide, to let the shield slide low, believing that our obligation was the only code I had to know. But standing on your border, I can feel the iron framework break as your sober scale swallows up every historical mistake. It hurts to let the control vanish, to watch the structure fall, knowing your dark depth is the only truth behind the wall. The wire in my pulse is loosening its long-standing hold every time your spray hits my shoulder, wet and bold. You don't demand an output sheet or try to change my name. You just navigate the safe danger of this somatic game. True love is a beautiful feeling when the sea hits the reset key, granting the deep somatic freedom to remember how to be when life isn't just about the labor and the endless that you owe, but the slow biological rhythm that allows the soul to grow. I will return to every challenge, steady and functional again. But tonight I let the massive current wash away the strain. I bury my face secure in this cold ocean mist, realizing my independent overdrive was a routine I resist. Your foam smells of ancient storms and a forgotten childhood space, returning my fatigued spirit to its proper functional place. Without an explicit word or a dramatic empty vow, your waves upon my frame established the absolute. Now I feel vulnerable, undone, but entirely secure here, dropping the escape codes along with the chronic fear. The wire in my pulse is loosening its long-standing hold every time your spray hits my shoulder, wet and bold. You don't demand an output sheet or try to change my name. You just navigate the safe danger of our somatic game. True love is a beautiful feeling when the sea hits the reset key, granting the deep somatic freedom to remember how to be when life isn't just about the labor and the endless that you owe, but the slow biological rhythm that allows the soul to grow. I will return to every challenge, steady and functional again. But tonight I let the massive current wash away the strain. It cost a lot of courage to trust the common movement of the tide, to realize that mental surrender isn't losing your separate pride. But when your steady exhale touches my collarbone secure, I know I've found the sanctuary that keeps my core pure. Sanctuary behind the door. The spray is on my collarbone. The heavy armor fell away. I am real and solid here, quietly aching but secure. The keys are resting quietly inside the copper dish. The darkness offers everything a tired soul could wish. The copper kettle whistles with a low and steady hiss, a small predictable sequence that I never wanna miss. I watch you leave your slippers by the hallway closet line, a simple piece of presence that is beautifully fine. I came here with a ledger full of heavy mental debt from a dark configuration that I'd rather just forget. But you don't use the history to threaten or to bind. You just watch the window waiting for the borders to be lined. The tiny specks of dust inside the hallway light are clear, showing me the safety of what is standing right here. A stray cat passes quiet through the dark courtyard below, a witness to the sanctuary where the restless go. There is a spacious confidence in how our evening moves, without the friction of those young competitive grooves. True love is a beautiful feeling when I don't have to hide, dropping all the heavy armor that I kept inside. With you I finally put my defensive guard clean down, outside the noisy parameters of this competitive town. It's a safe place to be vulnerable, a quiet piece of grace to finally feel human in the circle of your space. I leave my pocket knife beside your vintage makeup case, a strange metallic contrast in the soft familiar face. We sit up on the rug and let the quietness grow deep, listening to the rain today while the city is asleep. I can feel my old defenses turn to powder on the floor, knowing I don't have to watch the handle of the door. Your everyday vocabulary is my only map to find a better reality inside this quiet trap. No heavy global drama or a contract left to clear, just the quiet observation of your breathing standing near. A stray cat passes quiet through the dark courtyard below, a witness to the sanctuary where the restless go. There is a spacious confidence in how our evening moves, without the friction of those young competitive grooves. True love is a beautiful feeling when I don't have to hide, dropping all the heavy armor that I kept inside. With you I finally put my defensive guard clean down, outside the noisy parameters of this competitive habits, clear the static from my hyperactive brain. The way you share the responsibilities without a hint of strain. I thought that total fusion was a terrifying net, but your everyday cooperation clears the old regret. Clearing the old regret tonight. The kettle whistles nice and low. No total fusion nets for us. The silence is incredibly tender, softly fading out. The engine is humming, the radio's dead. The dynamic duo is back in my head. Look at the map, there's a storm in the north. It's time to pack up and go venturing forth. We've got 300 miles before the sunrise, and no one to question our beautiful lies. But look at the tea that is still in the cup, and look at the window where morning wakes up. Her shoulder was warm and the breathing was slow. Why do you always insist we must go? Because warmth is a trap that will turn into rust, but freedom is empty when built out of dust. We chose the horizon, we signed on the line. Then why is this chest aching harder than mine? The midnight is splitting the cabin in two, with both of you fighting for what we should do. It's a dialogue running from center to brain. One wants the asphalt, one wants the train. One wants a kitchen with coffee and light. One wants to vanish inside of the night. We're tearing the fabric of everything real to balance the friction with everything we feel. You think you're so clever with all of your keys, but you're freezing to death in the corporate breeze. I remember the texture of holding it tight while you were just counting the exit signs right. I kept us alive when the layout went bad. I saved us from losing the identity we had. If we stay in this kitchen, the walls will close in, and that's where the prison and dying begin. You're a coward in leather who's running from grace. I'm the God who is keeping us safe in this space. We chose a horizon, we signed on the line. Then why is this chest aching harder than mine? The midnight is splitting the cabin in two, with both of you fighting for what we should do. It's a dialogue running from center to brain. One wants the asphalt, one wants the train. One wants a kitchen with coffee and light. One wants to vanish inside of the night. We're tearing the fabric of everything real to balance the friction with everything we feel. What if we take her along for the ride? The vessel's too small for two people inside. Then give me 10 miles of quiet and grace. Alright, we can slow down the pace just for tonight. Let the engine run low. We'll find a small harbor before we must go. A fragile truce in the dark tonight. We can slow down the pace, just 10 miles of grace. The radio's coming back on, at peace with the argument now. with you feels like a quiet miracle. I almost forgot to ask for. The yellow light from the refrigerator door shines on the linoleum floor, tile so bright. You were searching for the milk carton at midnight, humming a melody that is slightly out of type. I noticed a tiny smudge of flour on your cheek, left over from the pizza that we tried to bake. The kitchen is small and the counters are full, but every single corner feels awake. You turn around and catch me staring at your face. You offer me a sip from your blue mug. The house is silent except for our bare feet, stepping softly on the old woven rug. Thank you for the coffee stains and half-told jokes, for all the little scenes that make this house feel right. Feels much more like hope than empty walls. Every ordinary evening feels like a quiet miracle. I almost forgot to ask for in my life. We are just living in the simple life. I like the way you leave your books open wide, face down upon the armrest of the couch, and the way you always double check the lock with a gentle and repetitive little touch. These tiny patterns are the bricks we use to build a wall against the cold outside world. An ordinary Tuesday in our kitchen space is the most beautiful story ever told. You turn around and catch me staring at your face. You offer me a sip from your blue mug. The house is silent except for our bare feet, stepping softly on the old woven rug. Thank you for the coffee stains and half-told jokes, for all the little scenes that make this house feel right. It feels much more like hope than empty walls. Every ordinary evening feels like a quiet miracle. I almost forgot to ask for in my life. We are just living in the simple life. I look at the ring of moisture on the wood where your cold glass sat an hour ago. Every little detail is a hidden gift that makes the heavy world begin to soften slow, like a quiet miracle, more like hope than empty walls. Every little pattern here. Thank you for the simple night, softly floating now. So quiet in the corner of the wall, while the shadows of our proximity beautifully start to fall. I watch the specific way you slide your watch onto the wooden plate, a small predictable sequence that causes the panic to evaporate. But beneath the surface layout, I can feel the heavy current rise, a deep magnetic pulling that is shining through your open eyes. I am entirely distinct under this high apartment concrete roof. But dropping the isolation feels like a terrifying piece of proof. It might rewrite the contract of the independent life I used to lead, but your everyday vocabulary is exactly what I really need. A stray cat passes quiet through the dark courtyard down below, a witness to the sanctuary where the restless runners choose to go. There is a spacious tension in the way our evening starts to move, and it's breaking the alignment of my cold competitive groove. True love is a beautiful feeling when the danger feels incredibly safe. Stepping off the ledge into the deep unknown of your private space. It might alter the future, change the vocabulary of who I used to be, but it's a vitalizing terror because it's finally waking up me. I can't look backwards to the frozen ground where I was alone. You are the risky reality that my spirit has always known. Our lips are touching, hesitant, a beautiful translation in the dark, without the loud performative noise that leaves a fabricated mark. I can feel my old defenses turned to powder on the bedroom floor, knowing that I'm not looking for the handle of the closet door. It's a heartbreaking kind of mercy that you practice when you hold me tight, allowing the historical structural errors to dissolve into the night. I am separate, I am solid, but I am leaning close to your arm, admitting that the hazard of your company is beautifully warm. A stray cat passes quiet through the dark courtyard down below, a witness to the sanctuary where the restless runners choose to go. There is a spacious tension in the way our evening starts to move, and it's breaking the alignment of my cold competitive groove. True love is a beautiful feeling when the danger feels incredibly safe. Stepping off the ledge into the deep unknown of your private space. It might alter the future, change the vocabulary of who I used to be, but it's a vitalizing terror because it's finally waking up me. I can't look backwards to the frozen ground where I was alone. You are the risky reality that my spirit has always known. The small details are clearing, the frantic static from my hyperactive brain. The way you share the movement without a single hint of emotional strain. I thought that total fusion was a dangerous and destructive net, but your direct cooperation is clearing out the historical regret, clearing the old regret. The pot is on the plate, no total fusion that's for us. The breathing is incredibly close, softly fading out in the danger. The engine is humming, the radio's dead. The dynamic duo is back in my head. The headlights are tracing the layout so clean, an organized motion inside the machine. No messy attachments, no history to clear, just the beautiful distance that keeps us from fear. But look at the shadow that falls on the seat, the empty location where two hands should meet. The silence is heavy, the silence is loud. I would trade all the space for a touch in the crowd. The crowd is a fiction that suffocates light, but the phantom is lonely inside of the night. Every detail is safe when we stay on the road, except for the weight of this emotional load. The midnight is casting its silver design on the boundary line between your world and mine. It's a dialogue running from center to brain. One wants the asphalt, one wants the train. One wants a kitchen with coffee and light. One wants to vanish inside of the night. We're tearing the fabric of everything real to balance the friction with everything we feel. I noticed the way that you checked the room key, as if the brass numbers could make us feel free. But they're just 3 digits upon a peace tag, while our whole identity stays in a bag. The bag means we're ready to fly when it hurts, before all the tenderness turns into dirt. I observe how the gardens all wither and die. It's a logical move to remain in the sky, but wildflowers grow in the cracks of the stone, and they vanish the moment the winter is blown. Every detail is safe when we stay on the road, except for the weight of this emotional load. The midnight is casting its silver design on the boundary line between your world and mine. It's a dialogue running from center to brain. One wants the asphalt, one wants the train. One wants a kitchen with coffee and light. One wants to vanish inside of the night. We're tearing the fabric of everything real to balance the friction with everything we feel. Can we look at a picture before we check out? Alright, but don't fill up the cabin with doubt. Just a quiet observation of how she would smile. We can pull over here for a little short while. The map can sit tight in the glove box tonight, while we watch the city lights turn into white. City lights turn into white. Look how she'd smile, just for a short while. A delicate piece in the dark, softly fading out. My trust has been so heavy from the control that I keep. But tonight, you look right through me, and I forget how to sleep. Came out of the burning rooms with deep blisters on my defensive hands. A ragged old soldier moving cautiously through your quiet lands. I was so afraid of locking down, of letting the heavy armor slide drop, believing that a passion was a trap where the individual had to stop. But standing in your territory, I can feel the iron infrastructure break as your sober kindness swallows up every single historical mistake. It hurts to let the vigilance go, to watch the walls begin to fall, knowing that your touch is the only architecture behind the wall. The wire in my pulse is loosening its iron long standing hold. Every time I watch your fingers touch my shoulder, warm and bold. You don't demand a sacrifice, try to change my professional name. You just navigate the safe danger of our mature and somatic game. True love is a beautiful feeling when the danger feels incredibly safe. Stepping off the ledge into the deep unknown of your private space. It might alter the future, change the vocabulary of who I used to be, but it's a vitalizing terror because it's finally waking up me. I can't look backwards to the frozen ground where I was alone. You are the risky reality that my spirit has always known. I leave my pocket knife beside your keys upon the wooden shelf, a strange metallic contrast to the way I am discovering myself. We sit upon the rug and let the silence grow incredibly deep, listening to the local rain while the competitive city is asleep. I confess it to the darkness while your head is resting on my vest. I am terrified of how much my sanity requires this specific rest. I am solid, I am bleeding, but I am finally feeling alive, dropping the escape codes in a desperate independent overdrive. The wire in my pulse is loosening its iron long standing hold. Every time I watch your fingers touch my shoulder, warm and bold. You don't demand a sacrifice or try to change my professional name. You just navigate the safe danger of our mature and somatic game. True love is a beautiful feeling when the danger feels incredibly safe. Stepping off the ledge into the deep unknown of your private space. It might alter the future, change the vocabulary of who I used to be, but it's a vitalizing terror because it's finally waking up me. I can't look backwards to the frozen ground where I was alone. You are the risky reality that my spirit has always known. It cost a lot of courage to trust the calming movement of the tide, to realize that emotional surrender isn't losing your separate pride. But when the evening settles on the surface of our hardwood floor, I know I found the sanctuary behind a risky but a safer door. Sanctuary behind the door. The footprint dries upon the stone. Let the heavy armor fall. I am real and solid here, quietly aching but secure. The engine is humming, the radio's dead. The dynamic duo is back in my head. My chest is aching from holding your tears. I am tired of fighting your sentimental fears. We have an agenda, we have a clear flight. Why must you ruin the clarity tonight? Because I am bleeding from being alone. Every station we pass feels like unyielding bone. You're killing our spirit to keep us detached, leaving every safe harbor completely unlatched. Attachments are wounds that will never turn clean, but you've turned our chest into a frozen machine. I am hollowing us out just to keep us secure. You're making us toxic while pretending you're pure. The tide wire is pulling too hard on the bone as we drive through this midnight completely alone. It's a dialogue running from center to brain. One wants the asphalt, one wants the train. One wants a kitchen with coffee and light. One wants to vanish inside of the night. We're tearing the fabric of everything real to balance the friction with everything we feel. I ruined her life because I followed your code. I left her heart broken beside the state road. I can still hear her cry inside the dark hall, while you were just checking the times of the fall. She would have broken us down to a grave. She didn't have room for our particular pain. I was protecting the traveler inside from the ultimate damage of a domestic tide. You're an absolute coward who lives in a shell, and I'm keeping us out of a domestic hell. I am hollowing us out just to keep us secure. You're making us toxic while pretending you're pure. The tide wire is pulling too hard on the bone as we drive through this midnight completely alone. It's a dialogue running from center to brain. One wants the asphalt, one wants the train. One wants a kitchen with coffee and light. One wants to vanish inside of the night. We're tearing the fabric of everything real to balance the friction with everything we feel. I can't breathe in this armor, it's heavy and cold. I know it's a burden we both have to hold. Let me cry for a mile, just let the tears fall. I will hold the wheel steady against the dark wall. We don't have to fix it, we don't have to run. We can sit in the shadow until we see sun. Sit in the shadow tonight. I'll hold the wheel feels like a quiet miracle I almost forgot to ask for. I had a hard time finding my way home tonight. The train was late and the air was freezing cold. I walked through the door with my jaw clenched tight, feeling the bad mood starting to take hold. But then I smelled the garlic on the stove and see your keys thrown messy on the shelf. The apartment is cluttered and a little wild, but it instantly saves me from myself. I am still learning how to leave the work behind, how to stop the wheels from turning in my head. But you just hand me a clean kitchen towel and point toward the loaf of sourdough bread. Thank you for the coffee stains and half-told jokes, for all the little scenes that make this house feel right. It feels much more like home than empty walls. Every ordinary evening feels like a quiet miracle I almost forgot to ask for in my life. We are just living in the simple light. We do not talk about the big 5-year plan. We are too busy trying to slice the cheese. You make a terrible comment about the weather, and I fall straight down to my trembling knees. The restlessness is always hiding in my blood, ready to tell me that I need to run away. But the sight of your socks upon the rug gives me a very solid reason to stay. I am still learning how to leave the work behind, how to stop the wheels from turning in my head. But you just hand me a clean kitchen towel and point toward the loaf of sourdough bread. Thank you for the coffee stains and half-told jokes, for all the little scenes entrenched inside the night. It feels much more like home than empty walls. Every ordinary evening feels like a quiet miracle I almost forgot to ask for in my life. We are just living in the simple light. It is a messy kind of comfort that we built. No glossy pictures or expensive designer chairs, just two regular people in the dark kitchen, forgetting all our heavy outside cares. Like a quiet miracle, more like hope than empty walls, for slowing down the restless mind. Thank you for the little scenes, just staying still. Every ordinary night with you feels like a quiet miracle I almost forgot to ask for. The sink is full of plates from dinner time. We left the tomato sauce drying on the edge. The kitchen table has a couple coffee stains right where the wooden surface meets the ledge. You are sitting on the counter with bare feet, laughing at a joke I did not finish right. The city downstairs is full of heavy news, but our small world is warm and soft tonight. We do not have a perfect silver palace here. The paint is peeling back behind the sink. But when you start to hum that stupid song, I smile before I even have a chance to think. Thank you for the coffee stains and half-told jokes, for all the little scenes that make this house feel right. It feels much more like hope than empty walls. Every ordinary evening feels like a quiet miracle. I almost forgot to ask for in my life. We are just living in the simple life. You wear that oversized gray woolen sweater, the one with the tiny tear along the sleeve. We spent the whole evening doing absolutely nothing, the kind of peace that people rarely achieve. You have this habit when you get real tired, you rub your left eye with your small thumb. I watch you do it from across the room and feel the lucky warmth start to come. We do not have a perfect silver palace here. The paint is peeling back behind the sink. But when you start to hum that stupid song, I smile before I even have a chance to think. Thank you for the coffee stains and half-told jokes, for all the little scenes that make this house feel right. It feels much more like hope than empty walls. Every ordinary evening feels like a quiet miracle. I almost forgot to ask for in my life. We are just living in the simple life. I used to look for drama in the heavy dark. I thought that love had to be a burning flame. But now I see it in the unwashed mugs and the easy way you say my middle name. Like a quiet miracle, more like hope than empty walls. Living in the simple life. Thank you for the little things, perfectly warm and sweet. Took a cab at 10:30. Gave no address, just said drive. The city spilled its lights on me, and I forgot I was alive. The driver didn't ask my name. The radio played something old. I watched the streets go blurring by, for once a little hope. Nobody knows I'm out here. Nobody knows my face. And something about that feels like breathing for the very first time in a long, long time. Sure, nobody knows where I'm going. Nobody knows my name. I'm just a light inside Sat in 3 different cafes, ordered coffee, left no tip or trace. Just watched the people come and go, and wore the city like a second face. A woman laughed into her phone, a kid was counting something out. I held it all inside my chest and let it go without a doubt. Bro, nobody knows I'm out here. Nobody knows my face, and something about that feels like breathing for the very first time in a long, long time. Sure, nobody knows where I'm going. Nobody knows my name. I'm just a light inside a window that you pass and then forget. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. And I'm okay with that. I used to want someone to see me. I used to wanna leave a mark. Now I just want the night to hold me and carry me back into the dark. Back into the dark. Oh, true, nobody knows. Nobody knows. And I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay with that. The notifications fade away and leave a silver space. The only signal left tonight is moving on your face. The radiator clinks inside the corner of the wall, washing silver patterns where the window shadows fall. I watch you fold the linen sheet and lay it on the bed, a perfect little document that clears my heavy head. You always save the morning paper even when it's old, because you know I like to trace the lines that were told. And when you pour the water, you ensure the cup is hot by rinsing out the porcelain inside the little pot. No dramatic declarations under this domestic roof, just the ordinary gestures that are living as our proof. A stray cat watches quiet from the windowsill outside as we build a little fortress where the travelers can abide. There is an absolute beauty in the way your hours unfold, giving me a separate sort of reality to hold. I am losing myself safely in the details of your day, watching how your silver laughter sweeps the dark away. I always thought that losing my control was something blind, until your little ordinary gestures cleared my mind. It's a beautiful surrender to the pattern that you trace, to lose the frantic traveler and find my human face. I trace the little wrinkles at the corner of your eyes that appear when you are listening to my complicated lies. The way you leave the cupboard doors open just an inch, as if closing them completely was a terrifying pinch. We sit upon the rug and let the silence grow so deep, listening to the weather while the city is asleep. The tiny specks of dust inside the hallway light are clear, showing me the safety of what is standing right here. I can feel my defenses turn to powder on the floor, knowing I don't have to watch the handle of the door. A stray cat watches quiet from the windowsill outside as we build a little fortress where the travelers can abide. There is an absolute beauty in the way your hours unfold, giving me a separate sort of reality to hold. I am losing myself safely in the details of your day, watching how your silver laughter sweeps the dark away. I always thought that losing my control was something blind, until your little ordinary gestures cleared my mind. It's a beautiful surrender to the pattern that you trace, to lose the frantic traveler and find my human face. The small details are clearing out, the phantoms in my head, the little habits that you leave beside our double bed. I thought that getting lost inside another was a trap, but your everyday vocabulary is my only map. Everyday vocabulary now. The cupboard doors are open wide. No more monuments to build. The silence is perfectly tender, softly fading out. I see a face in that faded Polaroid from 2010. You still had color in your cheeks and faith in other men. The small desk lamp is throwing circles on my open hands. I'm looking at the ghost of who I used to be back then. A boy who thought that love could save a house from falling down, who carried every heavy burden through the noisy town. I had a regular address, a woman who was sweet. We used to plant small flowers in the garden by the street. I had ambitions that were written in a neat black book, but then the highway called my name and everything it took. The city outside wants to keep us chained to what we know, to make us pay a heavy price for letting blankets go. But when I look at how your eyes are full of simple light, I feel the shadow that I turned into inside the night. This is the inventory of the things I had to break. Every soft dependency I dropped for freedom's sake. I had to lose your innocence, your quiet, steady ground, to become this neon ghost who moves from town to town. It's a bittersweet acceptance when the morning starts to glow, knowing what I had to kill to let the spirit grow. I let the stable relationships just crumble into dust. I traded your warm shoulder for the asphalt and the rust. I used to think that identity was something you could build a the static set of promises that kept the stomach filled. But now I am a stranger with a passport in my coat, floating down the river like a solitary boat. I lost the boy who grew up in the valley by the rail, but I gained the open horizon where the massive vessels sail. The city outside wants to keep us chained to what we know, to make us pay a heavy price for letting blankets go. But when I look at how your eyes were full of simple light, I feel the shadow that I turned into inside the night. This is the inventory of the things I had to break, every soft dependency I dropped for freedom's sake. Bittersweet acceptance when the mornings start to glow, knowing what I had to kill to let the spirit grow. I do not hate you for the dreams that you were holding tight. You needed those illusions just to get through your own night. But the cage is finally open and the bird is made of wind, and I forgive the traveler for the places where he sinned, knowing what I had to kill to let the spirit grow. A neon ghost tonight, the road is perfectly still, at peace with the loss. The notifications fade away and leave a silver space. The only signal left tonight is moving on your face. My pulse is usually running like a stolen motor car, always checking updates just to see how deep the fractures are. I came out of the wreckage with my heavy engine blown, vowing that I'd operate exclusively alone. But you've caught me by the shoulders and you forced my phone to slide into the dark drawer where the frantic secrets hide. Now I'm tracking how you pace around the kitchen when you speak, and the way your voice goes softer at the ending of the week. It's an intoxicating high to drop the heavy shield and dissolve inside the routine that your ordinary hands can yield. The highway dust is heavy and my jaw is usually tight, but the tension is dissolving under your domestic light. I am so used to vanishing before the morning breaks, but your quiet little movements stop the heavy shakes. I am losing myself safely in the details of your day, watching how your silver laughter sweeps the dark away. I always thought that losing my control It's a beautiful surrender to the pattern that you trace, to lose the frantic traveler and find my human face. It terrifies my habit to be fascinated clear by the specific way you adjust the blanket when I'm near. You leave your slippers by the door at an angle that is split, a tiny unpredictable detail where the shadows sit. I don't need to play the hero or the person in command when I'm memorizing every line that runs across your hand. The smell of your vanilla soap is lingering in the space, erasing all the metrics of the highway overdrive chase. I'm whispering my secrets right against your open ear, admitting that your little world is killing every fear. The highway dust is heavy and my jaw is usually tight, but the tension is dissolving under your domestic light. I am so used to vanishing before the morning breaks, but your quiet little movements stop the heavy shakes. I am losing myself safely in the details of your day, watching how your silver laughter sweeps the dark away. I always thought that losing my control was something blind, until your little ordinary gestures cleared my mind. It's a beautiful surrender to the pattern that you trace, to lose the frantic traveler and find my human face. The engine in my head is finally slowing down its pace as I track the tiny habits that are moving on your face. I thought that losing boundaries was a dangerous mistake, but it's the only method that can stop the heavy ache. Stop the heavy ache tonight. Slippers by the door, so slow. No more vanishing acts for me. The tension's walking itself off, grounded in your routine. The notifications flicker out and leave a silver space. The only signal left tonight is moving on your face. I flick the little silver switch to watch the screen go black, no longer tracking footsteps on a cold, predictable track. The global news, the deadlines, and the noise inside the street are locked outside the borders where our quiet cushions meet. The moonlight through the curtain makes a ladder on the floor, a perfect little barrier behind the heavy door. I've been a frantic driver in a simulated game, but tonight I am surrendering the titles to my name. You pull the heavy blanket up to cover both our feet, and the temporary safety makes the universe complete. The world out there is running on a high voltage line, demanding that you balance every hour of your design. But sitting in this corner with the pillows in the dark, we are dropping all the metrics to erase the heavy mark. We are turning on airplane mode to watch the static fade, and losing our location in the shelter we have made. I've allowed myself to vanish from the grid, from the map, to find a better reality inside this quiet trap. We're losing our coordinates beneath the silver light, just enough to find ourselves when morning breaks the night. Your fingers trace the tension that is resting on my brow, forcing my heavy spirit to accept the simple now. I spend the daylight hours being strong for all the crowd, playing the clever citizen whose voice is clear and loud. But underneath your steady gaze, the armor turns to dust, a beautiful configuration built on quiet adult trust. We do not need a monument or a dramatic test, just the ordinary rhythm of your chest against my chest. The night becomes a reset button, simple and serene, washing off the layout of the digital machine. The world out there is running on a high voltage line, demanding that you balance every hour of your design. But sitting in this corner with the pillows in the dark, we are dropping all the metrics to erase the heavy mark. We are turning on airplane mode to watch the static fade, and losing our location in the shelter we have made. I've allowed myself to vanish from the grid and from the map, to find a better reality inside this quiet trap. We're losing our coordinates beneath the silver light, just enough to find ourselves when morning breaks the night. I used to think that disappearing was a scary fall, a sign that you were breaking or unable to stand tall. But sliding my old fingers into yours inside the dark is the only solid orientation left to leave a mark. Vanish from the grid tonight, the silver switch goes down so slow. No notifications left for us, the atmosphere is perfectly warm, at peace with being still.